Hey folks, go Simmons here. Did y'all read this right here? It was a report that came out about 4 days ago in the NashvilleScene.com. I'll post it below. Republicans introduced a legislation to vacate Tennessee State's Board of Trustees, citing financial issues. Really? In a 2021 joint legislative committee, Tennessee State history of underfunding reported between 1956 and 2006, the university was shorted at least $544 million by the state. Even though the state's other land grant school, Tennessee and Knoxville, wasn't. In 2022, the state gave Tennessee State $250 million. In September of 2023, however, the leaders indicated the school has been shorted more than $2.1 billion. $2.1 billion in the past 30 years, not $544 million. Well, if I owe you a lot of money, you know what's going to happen next, right? Tennessee State legislators, Republican, of course, Mr. John Reagan of Oak Ridge, Senators Kerry Roberts of Springfield, John Ludenberg of Bristol, Bo Watson of Hickson, have filed for the 2024 bills to vacate the board and turn over the university to the state. SB 1596-HB 1739 will terminate Tennessee State's board on June 30th. The bill is scheduled to be heard in the Senate Government Operations Committee on February 7th, which is tomorrow. SB 2109-HB 2346 is sponsored by Lunenburg and Reagan to transfer university boards that no longer exist to the state. In its current state, the proposed legislation will transfer the board duties to the Tennessee Higher Education Commission on June 29th at 11:59 p.m. The year the board sunsets. The board bill also allows the government to give control of the board to any other state entity. The bill is scheduled to be heard in Senate Committee tomorrow, February 7th. They state, Lunenburg, Tennessee State had financial turmoil for 18 months. Well, more than that. Clearly, there's various issues, whereas lack of competence, lack of attention, not only from the administration, the president, institution, but from the board. The funding or past funding is not an issue. It's currently in how they have done it. All right, people. This is what's called that bullshit. You mean to tell me you underfund a school by $2.1 billion by your own accounting? Then you say you want to take over their board of trustees because of lack of financial constraints. They can't handle the money. Then say, well, the lack of past money is not the reason why they don't have any money. People. You can't create a problem just to have a problem. I'm sick and tired of this, man. It's like the second you make a step forward, there's someone trying to trip your ass up. You can't do everything you want to do without having to listen to someone else. Tennessee State got money assigned to them last year. And what I want you to understand is, listen to the time frame that they want to take over. They said June 29th at 11:59 p.m. What happens at June 30th at midnight? Well, that money you're supposed to have given Tennessee State, it gets transferred So it's very peculiar. You trying to tell me the money that they were owed for you to your account. The second it gets in their hand, the very split second it gets in their hand, you want control of the Board of Trustees. People, this is called that bull. Tennessee State can't get out of their way. A lot of these HBCUs in the South cannot get out of their way. And when they try to make a move forward, the people who've been shorting them the whole damn time bring up the fact that you ain't got no money. Your facilities are crap. You don't have the attendance figures because we've capped you at certain rate, but that's not the reason why. You're bringing in too many people from outside of the state. Why does this all sound so damn familiar? Anybody who's ever done Black history, or even seen a Black movie from the 60s and 50s, that whole thing about bringing in people from outside of the state who don't know the state's politics, it sounds like you're bringing in outside agitators. People who don't believe it should be at the status quo it is. And once they bring them in, they uncover the dirt that you've been doing, the state wants to put them back down. We all remember last year when a young lady, the president of Tennessee State, got awarded the money. How happy she was on TV and in the offices. And now she announced her retirement. It's not because she won, it's because she's being forced out. You've shown up the state of Tennessee. We've seen people get censored. We've seen congressmen kicked out because they showed up picking up boys in the back. They would not dare touch this to University of Tennessee in Knoxville. Wouldn't dare do it. But let me ask you a question. What would it look like? What would it look like to have the state in control of HBCU? Its board, directors, we assign everything that you do. You have no control over a damn thing we do. It will look like what happened to Prairie View, what happened at Jackson with the presidency, what's going on with these boards in Texas Southern that are approved by the state. Tennessee State is in a losing situation right now. All they can do is wait for the end, wait for the smoke to clear. Coach, I'm out.